Morning traders, and welcome to this week's Forex Focus. I hope you've all had a good week in the markets. There were certainly some really nice moves to be had there, particularly with some of the dollar longs. So I hope you managed to get involved in some of those trades there. In today's video, we're going to obviously take a look at the opportunities that we'll be setting up in the markets next week. Now, first of all, you probably see that there's a little bit of a different background here. That's because Nikki and I are in Barcelona at the moment. We were basically doing a presentation at the Barcelona Trading Point conference, which was really good. We had a great time here, and if you guys can get here next time, or next year, sorry, you really should give it a go and see what they do down here. So anyway, hence we're in an apartment here in Barcelona, but I thought, you guys can't go without your Forex Focus this week, so we better get it out regardless. In this week's video, we're going to look at 3 opportunities that could be setting up. So without further ado, let's jump over to the charts. So the first opportunity that we're looking at this week is one on the pound New Zealand. Now, as you can see with the pound New Zealand on the daily chart, this has been trending up for quite some time now. If you look at it on the daily and also on the weekly, there's been this mammoth uptrend. Now, we're not saying for 1 second that this can't continue, because when you have momentum like this, usually it is followed by momentum in the same direction. But what we've just seen just recently is an interesting dynamic, which I'll show you on the 4-hour chart. So let me get into the 4-hour chart here and zoom in. Is that ultimately you've got the market's been tracking up, so it's been following this upward sloping trend line here, and then just recently this week it broke down from this trend line, giving us the opportunity to look for a short. Now, we're not going to short automatically from this level here. What we'll be doing is looking for a pullback to this level, some sort of a consolidation round here, and then another momentum move in the direction of the trend. If we can get that, that's going to indicate to us that the market can indeed go lower, and this isn't some sort of a false breakout. So for the pound New Zealand, we're looking for a shorting opportunity coming up in the next few days or the next week or so. The next opportunity we're looking at is one in the euro dollar. Now, we've sort of been waiting for the euro dollar to weaken for quite some time now. It did have a bit of a pullback this year from March, as you can see, all the way through to where we are right now. And that is pretty much based on safe haven flows. When we have sort of risk aversion, people see that because the Fed are basically supporting the euro, that's a safe place to put their money. But we think that dynamic's going to change. And obviously we also had some negative data coming out of the US. So where we had that massive downtrend going from last year all the way through to towards the end of the first quarter of this year, we had that massive downtrend there. Then, as I said, we had a bit of a downturn in the data of the US. So all of this talk of a rate hike was sort of put on the back burner. And then we had a dynamic where people were looking at the euro as sort of a safe haven as well. We think that that's going to get to a point where that will change. So obviously we didn't have a rate hike last week, but we have had some of the central bank board, if you like, coming out and saying that they do see a rate hike at some point in 2015. So we're sort of looking at December. I don't necessarily think that will be the case, because we still have low inflation in the US, so I'm not convinced that there will be a rate hike in December. I'm not going to put the house on it or anything like that, but the point is that the dynamic is the market will be looking at that, and hence if the market have that in their sights, then they will be trading according to that. So I do see that the euro dollar is going to weaken somewhat in the coming weeks or months. So we're looking for the market to break down through this trend line here. Let's zoom in there for you. So we're looking for the market to break down through this level here. And if you can hear hammering in the background, by the way, I have to apologize. As I said, we're in an apartment in Barcelona here. There's some works going on outside. So I can't control some of the noise for you, so apologies for that. But anyway, back to the charts. Euro dollar. As I said, we've got this lovely wedge forming here. It's been forming over the past few months, and we feel that if we get a break below here, we've got the right economic backdrop behind us to warrant taking a nice short there. So we'll be looking to take this certainly down towards the lows here, and potentially to even break these lows and take it lower, obviously, than where we were back in March. So that's something that's interesting to look out for. The final one that we're looking at this week is the euro pound. So the euro pound is quite interesting. We believe that it will continue to go lower. So looking at this downtrend here, as I just referred to the dynamic in the euro at the moment as well, we think all of that's going to change very soon, and the euro will continue its weak downtrend. So we just have to wait for that time. But the interesting about the euro pound here is there is potentially an opportunity to go long, because we've been coiling up here, creating a resistance level. So if we get a momentum move above this level, not saying it's going to be sustained, but it would certainly be something that we would look to take some short-term advantage of. So sort of take a tactical position, if you like, in the euro to make in the euro pound to make some short-term profits to the upside. But equally, if the market fails at these highs again, which it has done once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and this consolidation here, if it fails at those particular highs there and then breaks lower beneath these lows here and beneath the 100 moving average, we would see that as an extremely bearish sign and look to get in there on the shorts. Okay. So that wraps up this week's Forex Focus. Again, as I said, apologies for any of the sound issues here. We've got some building works going on outside the apartment there. Nothing I can do to control that. I'm also only doing this from one screen, so I'm not entirely sure how this is going to reflect on the Mac screen. It's quite a high resolution screen there, but hopefully you should get the idea of what we're looking at. So we're looking at pound New Zealand short, we're looking at euro dollar short, euro pound we favor a short, but we could also look at a long if that sets up. Okay, so if you like the video, please post a comment below, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel now. Okay, then you'll get this come into your inbox every single week. Okay, you won't have to wait for our email to come out to you every time we post a video. So not just the Forex Focuses. If we post some pearls of wisdom, trading pearls of wisdom out there, you'll get that too. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this, and also a special thank you. So a special mention to the lady that was at the Barcelona Trading Conference this week. You came and watched one of our presentations in the evening, or afternoon. So a special mention to you. Thank you very much for coming over and saying hello. It's lovely to see some of you guys that watch these YouTube videos, and it's nice to see that obviously it's helping you all. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Hello to the lady in Barcelona, and we will speak to you all on next week's Forex Focus. Take care now.